Hmm. Yeah. Ang sign na ko baka nag-graphical zero values.
Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Good morning. And let's start off with our dashboard today. Our dashboard, I think it's getting better and better as we get more experience on doing this live stream. I'm just going to reduce the size of this a little bit so that we can see it clearly Yeah, this seems good. So we have fear and greed index improving slightly by around 2 points from yesterday. So people are getting slightly more relaxed. I don't know why, but we have some mixed news out here. General Motors beats Wall Street estimates, but it probably will have problem due to auto tariffs, and Trump is thinking of giving some relief on auto tariffs. So that's the news out there. And Adidas has warned it will raise prices on all US products due to tariffs. That's again a very clear indication that tariff is not something that is paid by the exporter as Trump claims, but it will be passed on to the end user. And then as Elon Musk is ending his 130 days of Doge stint, I haven't yet seen him giving a formal end date, but assuming that he has done that, he's already lost 113 billions in this whole misadventure, his personal money. The most horrible aspect of that would be the $34 million that he spent, I think, in Wisconsin, trying to get a Supreme Court judge elected, and it backfired terribly. So I hope he has learned his lesson. Then Tesla has good days ahead of it, with Elon Musk giving full focus on Tesla, which is where all his fame began. And then you have the other headline, which says CNBC Daily Open. US consumers are starting to feel the pinch of Trump tariffs. That goes in nicely with what Adidas had to say and what General Motors is talking about. And then you have this set of 3 headlines that I plugged out. GM suspends guidance, freezes share buybacks on Trump tariff, and UPS plans 20,000 job cuts this year after Amazon pullback. Spotify shares slip as profits miss overshadows subscriber gains. Now, UPS 20,000 job cuts with regard to Amazon pullback, and the fact that Chinese vendors have increased their price. All of those things get together to give you an idea that this is entirely tariff-related issue. The economy was coming for a soft landing before Trump started all this misadventure. At least that's my humble opinion. And we are still in this mess right now. We don't know whether we are coming or going into the tariff crisis. We had elections in Canada, and Mark Carney from the Liberal Party won, and he's going to form a minority government. But I think we are in safe hands at this point of time. And world stocks, dollar nudge higher on US auto tariffs relief. But I'm watching the spread between 2-year yield and the 10-year yields, and that is still stubbornly above 50. And also US dollar index is still below 1 for many days running. And I think in that context, you read this news here, which says China ramps up global yuan push, seizing on retreating dollar. This makes sense. So there is a tussle for world leadership. And probably if US doesn't get on top of things quickly enough, US dollar's position as a reserve currency might face a lot of challenges. And at the very bottom, I have the update on index futures. I've been watching the index futures for almost an hour or two, and they seem to be hovering around neutral levels, not much of a change. I think everybody is waiting for the economic data from the JOLTS report. And I don't know how much JOLTS report should be given importance because it is backward looking. But I think that the actual impact of the tariff will start trickling in from the next report onwards. And I still think that by middle of May onwards, US will start feeling the pinch, and the political pressure on Trump will be much higher. And that's when we'll see what's going to happen, because Conservative Party in the US, GOP, has to prepare for the midterm elections as well. So it's a very fraught period in US, in my opinion, because even with gerrymandering and with a lot of check out the stream lag. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see what it looks like out here. Stream strength is excellent out here. Stream strength is excellent. Maybe I'll stop one of the feeds out here and see if it improves. Let us have a look at that. Okay, let me continue. So basically, what's happening here is that I think it's a tariff issue that's causing a problem. And if Trump doesn't get things under control very quickly, the midterm election, despite all the gerrymandering and other things that they have done, will be difficult for the GOP to win, because the polls that are taken at the end of 100 days of Trump's inauguration, they don't seem to go in the right direction, and it's really looking bad for the president. So Trump will have to make a move. Either he has to eat humble pie and back down on the tariff and get everything back to normal and try to get the opinion polls back in shape before the midterms, or he could continue in the path that he's going right now and go start defying courts and other things and try to do some kind of other approach to retain power for the GOP. I don't know what he's going to do, but things are looking very untenable in the US. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still thinking that the Jolts report is not going to make much of a difference. The damage is already done. This Christmas, I think Americans are going to have a tough time finding their presents and also getting it at the right price. It's going to be very expensive, and job losses are also going to start. So things are not looking that good. Now, if you look at S&P 500, it's up mildly 0.04%. And for today, the resistance is going to be somewhere around 5,528.25. We are at 5,555.00. We are just slightly above that. And I think our resistance for today ultimately is going to be 5,637.25. And our support is the minor line of support at 5,532.5. And then after that, we have a huge area of demand. And I'm going to mark this green so that we know that it's demand. So S&P 500 looks pretty good at this point of time. It's in the neutral area. Honestly, it's all the Trump shenanigans that have to stop, and the market can show its true colors. Because you will see that the RSI is absolutely flat. Momentum is flat out here. And a flat momentum means that nothing is going up or down. And MACD will start easing out if the momentum remains flat for a longer period of time. NASDAQ, I think, let me wait for this to load. The stream is a bit slow today. And NASDAQ is down 0.02%. Again, it's been under this area of supply for 1, 2, 3 days now. So today we'll have to see if it's able to break above. Again, you can see RSI is flat. Momentum is absolutely flat. And I think our MACD will start responding to it if we are not able to break through above this today. Now, if you look at dollar index, it's been below 1 for quite a while now, and it's just about managed to break through this horizontal line of resistance, which was at 99.30, and it's now become a support for today. And our ultimate support is going to be 97.28, whereas our resistance is very far away. So there is nothing preventing the dollar index from going up except for what Trump is doing. Once Trump stops doing all those things that he's doing right now with tariffs, once he creates normal governing conditions, I think all of these things could improve. You will see that the US dollar index is moving up a little bit. And friends, what I'm seeing here is that this is a flagpole. This is the bull flag. And if the bull flag was to break out on the upside, I think it'll have a long way to go up. So that's looking very dangerous. Now, let me just, for instance, give you an idea of what we are looking at out here. I'm going to take this line and draw a resistance up here, and then I'll have a support line up here. So if we break out on the upside, maybe if we do that today or tomorrow, you can imagine that we are going to have whatever the breakout point is, anywhere from 4.992 as the worst case scenario. We can go, maybe if we break out somewhere on the 8th of May, then that could be 4.90. So that's how it looks like. However, if this keeps on coming down and breaks down below this level of support, then we would have crossed 50% of the flagpole. And after that, this becomes a bad channel and it's no longer a bull flag. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So that's added information that makes me worry that probably we are having a lot of global concern with regard to US. Now let's go on quickly to AI. NVDA is still in this huge area of supply, and for it today, the support is going to be 107.99. It's at 108.05, and the resistance is going to be 113.86. If you look at Meta, you can see that Meta is down 0.13 in pre-market action, and we have the support of 549.78 from yesterday acting as a minor resistance today. I'm saying minor because we are the pre-market action is just below that, so I'm just putting it as a placeholder resistance, but the actual resistance for today is 580.85, and the actual support for today is going to be 517.13. Then we go to Google. Google is up 0.01% today, but the resistance for it today is going to be 164.49, and the support is going to be 160.62. And if you look at Amazon, Amazon is up 0.16% today. Support is going to be at around 184.07. Resistance is going to be 191.67. And if you look at Apple, Apple is up 0.08% in pre-market trade. Support is at 207.41. And resistance is going to be today at 218.11. And if you look at Microsoft, you would see that Microsoft is up 0.15% in pre-market trade. Support is at 387.01. Minor resistance at 396.14. Tesla is up 0.01% in pre-market trade. Support continues to be at 268.39 and resistance at 298.28. Oracle is up 0.20% in pre-market trade. Support continues to be at 135.70. Resistance is at 142.90. AMD is down 0.32% in pre-market trades. We had a resistance at 95.94, and that continues to become a support for the time being. And we are at 96.08. This is the first level of support. And I think that our next resistance, I like to draw resistance out here. I would put a minor line of resistance somewhere around this area out here. And I'm going to make the line a bit thicker so that you can see. This will be orange in color because that's our protocol. So that's the minor level of resistance at 102.84 for AMD today. SMCI is down 1.18%. Support continues to be 34.70. Resistance continues to be 42.79. And then we have AVGO Broadcom. Broadcom is has got support at 185.87. It has got resistance at 198.64. Palantir, I went into Palantir, bought a little yesterday. It was in a profitable position when the day ended. I still have it, and I'm afraid that probably today I might have to take a little bit of loss on that. But I'm holding it for a few days. And at this point of time, Palantir is 113.99, still has support at 101.57. It has got resistance at 124.54. Ideally, we are looking at approaching 125.91, which is the double bottom target, price target, in my opinion. SMH is down 0.35%. Support is going to be at 201.23. Resistance is going to be 219.53. And we have looking at Tempus AI. And in Tempus AI, we can see that MACD is bullish. Momentum is also above average. We are continuing to ride this diagonal line of resistance, which is, I think today it's going to give the support at around 52.86, and our resistance continues to be at 59.50. So that's where we are with Tempus AI. Celsius Holding has dropped below the diagonal line of support, so I'm going to mark that as a line of resistance. And then we have support at 35.16, which is going to act as a support for today. And resistance for today is going to be 37.02. MACD is bearish and momentum is also dropping, even though it's above average. I had pointed out bearish divergence yesterday, and I think the bearish divergence is continuing to manifest. And until we get a proper alignment of the divergence, I think we're going to continue to go down. So that's the status for today in my morning live stream. And I'm going to go ahead and have a look at our comment section, and also to have a quick chat with Hot Dog. So Hot Dog, is there anything else that you wanted to pick up today? I'll just go and look at something that David Best pointed out. I've just added that into the genomic side because I'm planning to get into this in the pre-market trade. We have ABEO. Let us look at the news out here. Abiona arises on FDA approval for skin disorder therapy. So this is going to give a little bit of a boost to ABEO. And with that boost, it's going to come out of this diagonal line of resistance. And that's the reason why I'm going to go in for a day trade in here. I put an order at 5.30. If I get it at 5.30, then I'm happy to hold it for a short period of time today and then sell it and take profits, because you can already see that the MACD is decaying and we are above the 50% on the RSI scale. So that's a little bit of a positive, but I'm expecting that there will be a little bit of pop today for ABEO, not for a long-term position, but just a day trade. And if I don't get it at 5.30, I'm not getting into it. So that's where I have left it. And if any of you want to check it out, you can do that. So with that said, I think I'd like to end this live stream today. And thanks, Hot Dog, for coming in. I am expecting that Sandeep will be joining us from tomorrow onwards. He'll be back in Toronto. And yeah, that's about it. I'll go and do my day trade for the morning, and I'll catch up with you again later on with some interesting videos. Bye for now.